This is a shigashi, a Japanese paperboard commonly used for autographs, and on this Japanese paperboard is an autograph by Shu Uchida, the SEIYUU for Mia Taylor. Last week, I went to New Jersey to attend the Castlepoint Anime convention. This is a student/college run event that's been around for quite a while, from what I've seen like 2020 with my limited research. Now, East Coast conventions are not ones I frequent or even know much about. Otakon and Anime NYC are some of the few I recognize, and that's most because some of my friends travel there. At the risk of doxing myself, I live in the West area, the PST zone. Not Cali, I'm not that rich. I mostly frequent local conventions, so the idea of even going that far for a convention was out of my mind. Matter of fact, I've only been in PST. I've never gone MST, CST, or EST. That was about to change. Let's rewind the clock back a few months to late January/February. The Michael Jackson movie has been releasing trailers in preparation for its April 24th release date, aka my birthday week. Knowing my friend Invader West was also a Michael Jackson fan, we prepared an amazing plan of watching the movie together. And it turns out West's location happens to be the East Coast, around New Jersey. And just a few days into February, I figured out that Yuena, the SEIYUU of Wien from Love Live Superstar / Leela, was going to be making an appearance at this convention called Castlepoint Anime Convention for April 24th to the 25th. The exact period I'm gonna be in New Jersey. I immediately go begging West, and after some hard back and forth, he says yes. Castlepoint was doing this whole mystery bit, where they would upload puzzles for people to solve to discover who their special guest was gonna be. There was a quiz for Yuena, and there was a quiz for another Love Live SEIYUU that required some teamwork. Not by me though, I suck at puzzles. Thanks to people like Prophet of Truth, the Leela Discord, and others, it was discovered that the guest was Shu Uchida, aka Mia Taylor. Immediately, this woke me up. I go back to begging West to let me meet her, and this was just something that had me going crazy. There were already events going on such as SakuraCon that were gonna take up my time, and that one had Eminita, aka the squad of god Honoka Kosaka, but Mia Taylor, man! I've had this Mia Taylor Terranesso for a while now, and it wouldn't feel right missing an opportunity like this. She already takes up too much space, so it'd be nice to create some positive to having a Terra. It's a joke, I love my Mia Taylor Nesso and would not treat her for anything. SakuraCon then happened. I decided to change my life around after that. What made Castlepoint more interesting as the time got closer was the fact that the autograph sessions for Yuena and Shu Uchida were going to be done via lottery. This is pretty common for stuff in Japan, but I was not prepared for that mentally. The lottery finished on my birthday, April 22nd, and the results were Yuena, not Shu Uchida. It was very disappointing, and I took to Twitter to vent, because where else would you vent? Instagram? But by the grace of someone by the name of Lero, they offered to trade their lottery ticket for mine. For the record, I didn't know that was possible, but the lottery was assigned via QR codes, and we simply switched the QR codes. Lero, if you see this, man, thank you so much. I got to see you IRL at the convention, but I wanted to thank you again. Eventually, the day came when I had to travel to New Jersey to meet my friend West. Unfortunately, I quite literally have no footage of this, so let me just show you Twitter screenshots because I had time to take pictures, but no videos for some reason. This was the first time I actually traveled across time zones. I've mainly stayed in PST, but due to layovers and transfer flights, I actually traveled through all the time zones in America. During my first flight, I watched the second Nijigasaki movie. It was peak, go watch my video on it, and I played games on my iPad via emulators after. If you're ever bored, just get emulators on your phone or mobile device. Technology has evolved so far. I don't know how long I can keep talking with screenshots on screen, so I eventually made it to New Jersey, met with West, and then Castlepoint Day 1. I had my giant ass Mia Taylor with me the entire day, so I was not able to record anything besides for a couple moments. I will say right now, it was an amazing time at Castlepoint. I don't think I've seen so many Love Live fans before in a spot that was pretty small, all things considered. I literally met the dude who sold me the giant Mia Terranesso. You can't make that kind of coincidence up. Love Live merch was plentiful, and I was able to grab Eve's from Hasunosora, which is not something I expected at all. Along with that, I met a lot of people that knew who I was. Via TikTok, via YouTube, via Twitter. It was very strange having people come to me and say they saw my Love Live videos on YouTube/TikTok, but it was fun all in the same. I love talking about Love Live, so it worked out well, you know. Brain synchronization, pulped image. I met some oomphs I've known for years on Love Live Twitter, like Mako and Mark. It was really oomph-con for me. It got a bit nostalgic considering how long I've been in the Love Live community. I think if I saw Mimo, it would have really completed for me, but it was just awesome. Especially at the Love Live meetup. After the meetup was a Love Live game show that was incredibly hot because everyone wanted to be in it, so I had to dip out unfortunately. I did pop in later at some point, and apparently there was a question that referenced me because of the connection to Stars Come to Me, the unreleased English song replacement for As Time Goes By, which is a topic I keep talking about because I need to get fully released for all eyes to see. That was amazing to see, and I'm glad the topic has reached convention levels, so thank you, Prophet, if you see this. I wish I got to join sooner. There was a question I had to answer as a critical Kimino, and I immediately raised my hand for that. After all was said and done though, me and Whist and SEIYUU, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to include SEIYUU in this story, I'm sorry SEIYUU. Us three went to Chili's was awesome by the way. We saw a random ass movie theater, and then all of us went home. Now the next day was the most important one. The trade I performed with Lero made it so my autograph of Shu Uchida was Sunday, the last day of the convention. There was not much else going on at the convention, so it was literally just get the autograph, say hi to everyone like cool guy, and then dip out. It was supposed to be an easy plan, until me and Whis forgot our badges, so we had to spend $100 getting ourselves new badges, and also we came in like right before the Shu Uchida autograph happened because we had to drive 2 hours because the location was really far. I hate driving on the East Coast. Now, while in line, I got to see even more of my friends. I'm telling you, why is everyone on the East Coast? And then, the time happened. Me, with my giant-ass Mia Terror that Loki hit too many people by accident, and a dream of finally meeting Shu Uchida. Unfortunately, due to how these autographs go, it's a simple meet and greet, 10-second hi and bye, but it was still a victory in my book. Thank you, Mark or Mako, for taking this photo of me next time Mia Taylor is staying home. Now, the story technically ends here. I met the SEIYUU, I met so many cool people, it made me actually want to go to Anime NYC or Otakon, and it was looking to be a great end to the convention. But here's a bonus story to cap things off. Before we left Castlepoint, we noticed something. The car had a flat tire. This didn't come out of nowhere. Whis repeatedly stated that whenever he drove in the New York territory, something always happened to his car because of fucking New York roads. And when we were at Wawa, some great soul told us about the tire, so we put air into it. As you can tell, it did not last that long. So Whis calls AAA, but when the dude eventually comes, he is not able to switch a tire because it's locked, and we did not have the tool to unlock the tire, which means we waited an hour for nothing. It was getting to like 8 p.m, and the convention was already over, and the request for a tow truck wasn't accepted until hours later, leaving us essentially stranded. I'll keep it frank for a second, morale was not the best, and everyone was understandably going through shit, but we genuinely couldn't do anything. This was where the images of me outside in the dark came from, because we were genuinely just doing nothing but staring at stars, talking about random shit, walking around in circles, okay that was just me, staying out in the cold, and thinking about a lot of things. For the record, I don't recommend doing this, but I won't lie, the vibe was really nice if I just forgot how fucked we really were. Eventually, SEIYUU had to dip, goodbye SEIYUU, I miss you, and it was just me and Whist. I had to pee really badly. No places were open, and this is the only time I will actually glaze myself. For those that aren't aware, I currently work at Regal, a movie theater company, and we tend to be open pretty late. Sometimes I'd be closing the store at 3 a.m, and movies would be playing into 12 a.m. We were reaching into 11 p.m. period, where everything was closed, so I had this genuine eureka moment where I figured out that random movie theater that I mentioned earlier, that was a Regal. And as an employee, I'm able to get free movie tickets to get in. Regal had food, bathrooms, everything we need to be replenished. It was the perfect plan. I told Whist about it, but he said he was good, so I got a little sad because it was low-key top 10 little moments, and I decided to be a little emotional and record myself. I'm recording this. Maybe it's mental, I don't know what's gonna happen. There's a soju ball right here. It's really good to see what people have been doing. I'm trying to get out of here. Make the movie theater that's still open, hopefully, and everyone's drunk. Everyone's having fun. Going to the hotel. That night was the only time I really recorded anything because it just felt right. There was nothing going on, and I had things I needed to say. Once I reached the Regal and scanned my ticket, I was ready to get some food and use the restroom and then come back. But then I hear some noise behind me. I turn around, and fucking Whist is right behind me. Firstly, how the fuck did he appear behind me? I'm recording myself by the way, and I'm checking the footage and I literally cannot see Whist for the life of me. It turns out we both need to use the restroom, so it was literally an RPG rest spot. The tow truck was confirmed to be coming in 45 minutes, so we had plenty of time to rest and relax. Until we didn't. Turns out, just a few minutes later, the tow truck was just already there, so me and Whist had to fucking book it back to the parking garage, me with my goddamn nachos, I only spilled 3 surprisingly. And after some crazy ass GTA NPC guiding, I was able to guide the tow truck to the garage, where Whist finally had his car towed. We were stranded for 6 to 7 hours, it was already past 12 a.m, everyone was already gone, we could have gotten stabbed and no one would notice until next week. Here I'm recording all sad, being emotional and sad, now we suddenly got to this part, oh shit, okay.
Can't nothing go right anytime we go to New York, man.
Okay. Holy ballsack, bro.
You gotta be kidding me, man.
Yo, shout out to these Regal nachos, bro. I got these half off.
This is the only
also
way we're surviving right now.
warm up, bro. Only thing, okay, here's the thing, no. I actually had a eureka moment.
Really?
Yeah, okay, here's the story, I'm out here, I got really bad, I keep going up, there's these cosplayers that are doing a photo shoot thing,
Yeah.
and suddenly, for some reason, I flash in my mind, It was December. It was December 25th, Christmas Day. We were closing Regal at 3 a.m. And the moment I was like, hey, Wiz, that theater place was actually Regal. And everything came like a fucking dang around minigame. I was trying to piece together the words, so I got Regal. And I checked the thing, Michael Jackson show, 11:10 p.m. I booked the ticket and I immediately go to you and I'm like, I gotta go, man. This is the one like safe spot. One
the only thing.
It has heat, it has heat, it has Michael Jackson playing, bro.
And then as I'm in the middle of taking a shit, oh yeah, even though we just told you the driver was 45 minutes away, he's actually right outside, but we just sprinted across this fucking place just to get to the driver, for me to be told the driver doesn't speak English. So we pulled out a translator. I had Noodle like it was a GTA 5.
A GTA Assassin's Creed. You know those NPCs where if you run, you catch them, when you run, you catch them too fast, but if you walk, they're also too fast than you?
Yes.
That's what I was doing, motherfucker, right there.
Yes. She had to lead him over here while I ran to the parking garage to take my car with the flattest fucking tire out of the garage, and now we are in the middle of this pickup truck hoping that we're gonna cross state borders over to New York for Carlos to fix our tire. That's gonna cost $1 bazillion. That's my car literally behind me being towed, because every single time I take a long road trip with that fucking old ass car, it always ends in some kind of AAA service. So great.
We then went to New York to reach the only tire place that was open at this time, which was Carlos. Thank you, Carlos.
Carlos,
Carlos.
you have outdid yourself. Thank you so much.
You have raised the rep for your entire name history.
Holy shit, man. For the rest of the days that I live, Carlos will be hailed as the lightsaber. It did not take...
You will name your firstborn child.
I will name my firstborn child.
Carlos.
No, I won't do that, but I will definitely honor his name. We towed in here, and as it was on the tow thing, they were already evaluating my wheel. Like, before I even said anything, already evaluating. I come in, he's like, all right, 80 cash. Good thing, guess what? There's a convenience store right there. So we come back.
By the time really cute cat, by the way.
Oh yeah, they also have a cute cat.
I took a picture.
By the time we came back, he was already halfway done. It took, what, 10, 15 minutes? Not even. Carlos, you have outdid yourself. You have saved our asses.
We then took a 2-hour ride home. It was crazy. Just imagine a long drive in the middle of the night. We went to Wawa, and firstly, thank you, Wawa, for being 24 hours open all the time. You guys have the best sandwiches, and you guys also have donuts, which I feel really happy about. And after that, nap time, bro, because I had to leave Monday morning. I don't even think I have the energy to recap the rest of this. I woke up, went to the airport, Wiss dropped me off, I love you, Wiss, and I took a flight to Chicago for a 6-hour layover, and it was thundering in Chicago, so it got delayed. I was in that goddamn airport walking around in circles, writing scripts, doing fuck all nothing, recording me just walking around, fuck Chicago! Anyway, I got home, and here we are. This autograph had to have caused some sort of equivalent exchange to where everything bad happened just for it. There is no lesson for this video. I just never visit the East Coast, please.